This week on Crypto Unqualified, Coinbase offers a new crypto listing. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation enters the crypto space, and huge news, Fidelity goes all in with the new crypto platform. All that and more coming up this week on Crypto Unqualified.
Good.
Welcome. Today is Friday, October 19th, 2018, and this is Crypto Unqualified. My name is Nathan, aka Crypto Kahuna. And next to me is my co-host Benjamin, a.k.a.
Ninja Benja.
Ninja Benja.
It's a total, adolescent tag name that I am now stuck with for the rest of my life.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
This week's show is brought to you by SeattleCrypto.com.
Because we own that mother...
Sorry, we're really excited. We're really excited today because it's Friday, but also because it's been a very exciting week in crypto.
It continues to be exciting weeks, plural,
yes,
in crypto. Not that price is aware.
You wouldn't know it by the market, but we sit here today barely containing our joy. And we'll talk to you about why we're excited.
So stories for the week, we've got Ethereum's Constantinople. Okay, am I saying that right? Constantinople.
I would just say Constantinople.
Constantinople.
It's easy. It rolls off the tongue.
We're just going to all agree to say it wrong because it's easier. Ethereum's Constantinople upgrade has been delayed. Tether debacle continues. SEC opens up communication lines. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation teams up with Ripple and Coil, and the lead for the week, Fidelity, all in with crypto. And we're going to start off the show.
We'll also touch on ZRX listing on Coinbase as well.
Okay. And we love ZRX. At least I do. I used to. I still do.
You want to talk about that first? That's kind of a cool thing, or
no? I thought we should knock out the top gainers of the week.
Let's do it.
Or did you want to do that? Do you want to just nix that?
Top gainers of the week?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I mean, the number one gainer was the same gainer it was last week when we talked about this, which was Eternal Token. We're not going to go into what it does and what it's all about, because when we did that last week, we thought it was stupid. But it's up 636%.
So that we should preface this for people that are coming into the show, and we do a segment of in the show where we tell you about the 3 top tokens or coins that have performed the best in the last 30 days, and that's the currencies in the top 150 based on market cap.
Number 2 on that list is Digitex Futures. This is new to our list. This is up 368%, trading at 14 cents, and
it's a commissions-free futures exchange that covers operational costs by minting its own native currency.
So check that out if you want to learn more about Digitex Futures. And number 3 on our list is MobileGo. This is also new to our list. MobileGo is up 322%, trading at 55 cents.
And I think we both kind of agreed that MobileGo is basically like another iteration.
It's for gaming.
Yeah, and you could use pretty much any crypto or token in the same way. I don't see how MobileGo is doing anything different. Although, admittedly, I haven't really dug into it too far. Just on the surface, it seems like another of the same kind of thing that you could use anything for.
For whatever reason, and when I hear about MobileGo and I read about it, in my head I went straight to Ready Player One, the movie.
Really?
You know how you would have this currency in the virtual world.
Yeah.
Even though doesn't say it has anything to do with virtual reality, but I don't know, for whatever reason my head just went there. MobileGo. Check it out. Next up, do you want to talk about the Ethereum Constantinople?
Yeah. Do you want to just skip the Bitcoin price chart?
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at this, okay? Most episodes, what we do is we pull up the higher time frame Bitcoin price charts. Let's just give you the cliff notes and say it's not doing anything right now. Price is at 6,178 based on the Bitstamp exchange to the US dollar. And it's continuing to do what it's been doing, which is looking for a bottom.
It did spike earlier this week, and I guess this would be a good entry into what happened with Tether this week, because Bitcoin did spike up. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. It happened during the night here. Bitcoin spiked up to like 7,600, And what came out the next day when we woke up was the theory that everybody was pulling their money, pulling out of Tether to go into Bitcoin, which then they went from Bitcoin into some of the other stable coins, which primarily TrueUSD and Gemini Coin. Both of those stable coins had record highs in volume that day.
And why would they do that? Why would people be exiting Tether?
So the word on the street is, and we've talked about Tether before, is that nobody really knows which banks or what bank is backing Tether, but there's rumor that this Noble Bank, I think it's out of Puerto Rico or something, that Noble Bank, which was one of the backers of Tether, is up for sale, and they're asking a whopping $10 million for the bank, which supposedly is backed Tether, which has a couple billions, right?
Yeah.
So just like some dodginess around Tether again, because there's no transparency with Tether, and so the theory was everybody pulled out of Tether into Bitcoin. Bitcoin spikes up. They then take their Bitcoin and they put it in another stable coin. Like I said, TrueUSD, Gemini Coin, both had crazy volume, and that was how the spike was explained that day, and it makes perfect sense to me.
Yep.
And lo and behold, people are back into Tether today, even with still no transparency. So
because there was a good buying opportunity.
Exactly.
You can't.
Yeah.
I mean, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't teach it not to freaking buy Tether.
Tether was down to like 92 cents, and it was just, I don't know, whatever. I don't like Tether. You don't like Tether. Let's not talk about Tether anymore.
Gemini stablecoin volume doubles on top 10 exchange amid Tether turmoil.
There you go.
So just another warning flag in the ongoing scrutiny of potential fraud, which is Tether.
And supposedly today news came out that Tether found another bank. Whatever. Do we know the name of it? Is it blacked out?
Probably, yeah.
Next up, we've got some news out of Ethereum. The Ethereum upgrade, the Constantinople upgrade, has been delayed to 2019. And this upgrade, from what I understand, had to do with, it's like a precursor to Ethereum scaling problems. It's got five different minor upgrades into the system, and I don't know much more about it other than supposedly the miners are could possibly get paid less with this upgrade. I don't know if that's why they decided to push it off till 2019, but the Constantinople upgrade has been delayed.
Yeah, it was initially targeted to activate in November of this year. Developers opted to postpone the hard fork push after several bugs were found in the code. Weird. They're finding bugs in the Solidity code.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
To see that happen. So they're now aiming for some time in late January or February of next year. Developers on the Friday call, which apparently happened with some kind of a press phone call, agreed that moving ahead with the hard fork next month would be unwise. So I don't know what the price of Ethereum did as a result of that news. I mean, I've got Ethereum I've got Ethereum price charts, but I don't ever look at them because I don't really care about Ethereum too much. So that's what's up with that. Ethereum's pushing that off.
You don't have a in your mind, you don't think Ethereum will be a player in like say 3 or 5 years? Do you think it'll be really like will it be like AOL?
I think it definitely could be. My personal opinion is that they will be too late to the game. By the time that they can, hard fork this network upgrade, and get to the scalability and consensus changes that they need to stay competitive with things like Neo and EOS and Lisk, when all of those wheels are turning and Ethereum is still trying to dig itself out of the hole that it, coded for itself, I don't know that they'll be able to catch up. or that they'll even be able to successfully do it. And we've talked, at length about, how we can't count out Vitalik Buterin, the boy genius, because he's mostly an alien with a crazy IQ.
Unicorns and kittens.
And aliens.
Yeah, on
I'm
his
telling
t-shirt.
you, that means something. It's like a signal.
It's a badass t-shirt.
But so I don't count them out, but I think they have the cards stacked against them. And this is just a symptom of the layers of difficulty that they have to unwind to be able to make this thing happen. And it is not easy.
I mean, they paved the way for everybody else. I give them kudos, but I'm on the fence. I tend to agree with you for the most part.
First mover advantage. It has... It goes a long way.
Yeah.
It really does. And they're going to ride that for as long as they can. But when you've got so many other options and other people are looking at the congestion of the Ethereum network, the delays, and then they look at what their alternatives are, it's a difficult spot to be in. And right now, Ethereum is currently trading at $200 even. It looks like it did saw a small bounce back, but the price chart for Ethereum looks, not too dissimilar from everything else.
It's crazy to me how many projects, which are like good projects. I was thinking of one, but my brain spaced out. But it's amazing how many projects are still being built on Ethereum moving forward. Like how many different
just
dApps
layer after layer.
Yeah. And speaking of Ethereum, Coinbase launched its first or listed its first ERC20 token this week, ZRX. First ERC20 token to be listed on Coinbase.
And that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Coinbase is extremely selective about what they list and what they don't and why. So the fact that they're listing ZRX, which is the ZRX protocol and token is used by Ethereum ERC20 exchanges. So look it up yourself. It kind of gets into the weeds, but effectively it kind of works like liquidity, I believe. But to make an Ethereum token exchange where people can buy and sell and trade Ethereum ERC20 tokens, you can build that using ZRX. So the demand for ZRX is a signal of the overall fundamental, positivity
of Ethereum
for the Ethereum network.
Yeah, which again brings me back to Ethereum not counted out yet. I mean, Coinbase, these guys are intelligent people. Yeah, at least as intelligent as us.
You cannot count it out, but you can, however, keep in mind that on blocktivity.info, which shows the blockchain activity matrix of all of the top cryptocurrency blockchain networks, Ethereum is number 5, and its network congestion is just pegged in the red zone.
But keep this in mind. As far as GitHubs go, ZRX is the most active GitHub currently today.
Well noted. What's the second most active?
EOS. And where I'm finding that, I'm kind of skipping to what was going to be one of the things covered at the end, but there's a website called Crypto Miso.
Crypto Miso?
Crypto Miso, like miso soup. Crypto Miso, it updates daily on the most active GitHubs. And right now, ZRX is the most active GitHub. It's got the top 10 listed here. I don't know if you want to know all of them, but I'll just tell you that the top 3 goes ZRX, EOS, and Tron for all you Tron lovers out there.
Tron lovers. Never touch the stuff, personally.
Yeah. Tron? I don't do Tron either. Yeah.
Kids, don't do Tron.
Is it? I mean, it's just hard for me to take Tron seriously because I just picture the movie growing up.
Yeah. I mean, I was more interested in Tron because of that initially. But then once I got the impression that it was just a marketing scam, which it might not be, but it just feels slimy.
I mean, their GitHub's busy.
The other thing to keep in mind is that this episode is brought to you by the Kona Brewing Company, bringing you fine lagers and ales from across the great Northwest.
Do they know that?
They don't.
Oh.
But thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Benjamin just got back from a Polynesian vacation.
I did.
Might be able to tell by his...
Do I look tan still?
Somewhat tan body next to his teal shirt.
If you ever have a chance, Tahiti is freaking amazing.
I want to go. I'm jelly.
I want to move there and live there forever and put...
Maybe we can move the crypto layer to Tahiti.
I think we absolutely should do that.
Cheers. All right.
Future plans.
Not to get away from what we were talking about.
Sorry, we don't do that.
Next up, we got some news out of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They are teaming up with Ripple in an arm of Ripple called Coil.
Can we just touch on this?
I don't want to get deep into it.
I just don't even care about this. I love the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and everything that they're doing. I wish they weren't doing anything with Ripple because I'm not a fan.
How cool would it be if they were doing something with Nano or
just
anything
else? So Ripple, for people that aren't familiar, is considered a more bank friendly blockchain technology. It's not. We'll have links in the show notes, but the BitMEX exchange, which is the third largest exchange based on the last 24-hour volume, they did a report on the Ripple technology and just kind of broke down a lot of its shortcomings, and effectively that it is a centralized system, which is not to say that it doesn't have its use cases. Which, obviously Bill and Melinda Gates are.
That's a big name to be associated with crypto. I mean, it's worth mentioning just because it's such a big name.
Yeah, and they've been around since, and I couldn't believe this when I saw it. Ripple has been around in one form or another since 2004.
Yeah. And that's all we're going to pump Ripple for the day.
Yeah.
We got some news out of the SEC. They have formally opened up a line of communication for, I think, for investors and developers that are, I think either wanting to launch ICOs, know more about ICOs. I think one of the big question marks has been, as far as the SEC is concerned, is if a token is a security token or if it's a utility token. They had recently said Ethereum actually was not a security token, but I think Ripple's in court right now trying to make that argument with the SEC that they're not a security token. I don't believe that's been finalized yet.
And this is ultimately it's a step in the right direction. It's positive news. And it's just a sign of the times in terms of where we are with crypto technology. Still early days. The SEC has, they're working to have a well-established process and lines of communication. Some kind of continuity for people that are looking to launch an ICO or working with AI and blockchain and things like that, and giving them an avenue to communicate. And this is just the SEC saying, yes, this thing isn't going away. We know. Let's figure out a good process and open up lines of communication.
And next up, I think, is the biggest story of the week. And we get a little drum roll. This just in, Fidelity has moved into the crypto space. Fidelity, one of the bigger players in the financial realm. They are a 72-year-old firm, and they have just recently said they're going to launch a separate company called Fidelity Digital Asset Services.
Fidelity is one of the 5 largest financial services providers in the world.
Wow, say that one more time.
Fidelity is one of the 5 largest financial services providers in the friggin' world.
And they're launching an arm specifically for cryptocurrency.
7.2 trillion with a T. Yeah. 7.2 trillion US dollars in client assets.
They not only that, but they have 27 million customers. They spent $2.5 billion per year on technology. This news is so big, I can't believe the market's just not launching right now. I mean, it's just crazy. If it wasn't for this I mean, it's a bear market. I get that. And I think this is my opinion. I've thought about this a little bit more. Last November, December, when the market launched, it was because of the future contracts were going to be listed. The CME futures was announced, and the market responded to that news. And I think this time, I think everybody's a little more scared about. I think they want to see it happen versus the news of it going to happen.
Right.
What's your opinion?
I mean, I think it's we're just kind of stuck in the market cycle, right? And which is why we have just one positive, fundamental, news story after another. IBM using blockchain, Bill and Melinda Gates, looking into blockchain technology. Ripple's not blockchain, but just like all this great fundamental news, and yet price continues to flounder, and it's just because price is not the tell-all. Price will continue to go down until the majority of people that are trading those instruments and those assets feel like it won't go down anymore.
Do you feel like the buyers and the sellers are just having a standoff?
Yeah.
Like the sellers don't want to give. The buyers don't want to give too much.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw that if you look back at older Bitcoin price charts when Bitcoin originally went up for the first time to over $1,000, and then the subsequent bear market after that, the sell-off ensued. It felt like it drug out forever, and I think it actually went about a year and a half. I don't recall exactly. You can look it up, but a year and a half of lower prices, and then ranging for friggin' ever until Catalyst. Boom. And then we went up to almost $20,000. So, I mean, to put it in perspective, Bitcoin is now at $6,300, down from, wherever 19,000.
Right.
And that's a significant sell-off. But the blockchain industry continues, and it continues to grow and get stronger and fundamentally more sound in spite of price.
Yes, and this is the big thing to me is that they're going to be handling custody of the crypto assets. So they're going to be storing their digital assets. So basically, it's not like you're going to be, trading with them on the future of Bitcoin. They're actually going to have your Bitcoin. They're going to be storing your private keys. So I mean, they're I'm assuming going to be ensuring that your digital assets are safe with them. Which is huge. It's a way for people to get in. There's no safer way to get into crypto than through somebody like this that's storing it for you.
Exactly. And it's effectively, I believe it's effectively kind of like an FDIC insurance.
Right.
In a sense. It's where, some 70-year-old who has lots of investment capital wants to get into a blockchain technology or get into Bitcoin. They don't want to hold on to the private keys. They don't want to have to learn how to do all this crap. They want to go through the same channels they've always gone through and have their financial advisor or their wealth manager take care of it for them. And having a custodial service from Fidelity gives them that avenue. It's not the same thing as having an ETF where people can invest their 401k and things like that into it.
I mean, that's right around the corner too,
and it is going to happen.
That if that, I don't want to make a McAfee bet. I'm not going to eat my own dip, but I mean, I'd be willing to barter something. Like what could I?
You just can't.
Like,
it's going to happen.
Tattoo, like some funny tattoo.
By when is it? February?
February
2019.
If it doesn't happen by March, I don't know. I can't think of something stupid that I would do, but
because you wouldn't.
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's Fidelity. It's a big deal.
Huge deal.
Don't take it lightly. People are not covering this enough. I mean, or maybe they are, but the market is not.
Do your own research.
It's not considering the gravity of this moment.
No, I don't think so.
$7.2 trillion assets.
Yeah.
And they're launching a
28 million customers.
A crypto trading
arm. Yeah.
Platform.
Custody. They're going to store it for you. It's safe. It's safe. Get in, people. I think that's all we got for today. If you liked the episode, you can find us on Twitter at CryptoKahuna and
at Ninja Benja. Wait a minute, what's my Twitter? At Ninja Benjamin.
Yeah, at Ninja Benjamin?
I think so.
Oh.
I think that's my Twitter.
Feel free to comment. Let us know if you liked the show, if you hated the show. Just comment because we need more comments, a lot more. It would be nice to have some feedback on this. And thank you for tuning in.
Yep. And be sure to hit the subscribe button so we can help you stay up to date on what's happening in crypto. It also kind of helps us gauge how crappy we are and how much we're improving. Or if you'd rather a more direct approach to contacting us, you can find us on Steemit, like Nate said, Twitter. And for a deeper dive into crypto essentials and a full archive of the Crypto Unqualified show, just head over to seattlecrypto.com.
Right on. That's it. See you later. Check you out. We out. We're still working on our.
We need some kind of a solid outro.
Yeah, if you got a comment for how we could end the show,
sign off every show. Yeah. So far, we've just been we out.
Yeah, we'll continue with that.
Which is
but
a
we need
total late
something
90s
more clever.
Throwback.
Yeah, we're gonna work on it. Thanks for watching.
One love.
Peace out.